Just a laser fleet upwind of the start line. Not too bad though in the restart by the look of that.
I think we'll probably get round them. Everyone will probably hit the come out off Bradley's and probably tack back up on the western side. So.
1 minute, fleet looking pretty well behaved, Troy. No pushing and shoving, no carbon sounds yet.
Not yet. They're all pretty far back from the line here, so no one's sort of punching it up early, but we've got Smeg's pretty deep. They're still on port, coming back to lure to the fleet. They're going to be a long way back, probably a little late here.
Smeg could cheat on now and go full speed and not get to the line.
Exactly, yeah. Winning group's in a pretty good spot. So is Shaw and Partners. Kitchen Maker looks like they've firmed up that bottom end of the line. We're going to have up the top here, we've got the Finport boys, probably going to do a nice job and start pretty cleanly here. Up to Weber.
Yeah, Matty Stenner's a pretty good risk manager, and they're quite fast in a straight line, so you might actually see them go pretty well here.
He might be a bit over though. See how he's going? Yeah, he's over.
He's over.
They're all over.
That'll be a general.
I'd say so. He's pointing just at that one though, but I'd say
individual.
He's just gonna individual. So it's just Matty Stender that he's pointing at.
I was just talking about his risk management.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Commentator's curse. We've got the Armourine boys. They've just done a teabag off the start line here, and they're going backwards. Matty Stender's coming back to clear himself here. Unfortunately, I think there was quite a lot of the fleet over, but they're all together, so they've only called Matty back.
With the I flag, though, Troy, he's got to go around the end, right?
Yeah,
can't just dip back.
Yeah, it's a long way back from there, but he gave it a good shot, so full credit to him. And we're off here, so the boys on the Royal Oak look like they've got a nice little start, come off the line well.
And the individual flags come down on the start boat, so it was just the Finport.
Yep. Well, the winning group here just tacked back underneath the fleet, so they haven't got off the line that well, and they've tacked out early to try and clear themselves.
And the breeze here, where we are in the camera coat, mid-fleet here, breeze probably 16, so nice full pressure for the small rigs. So, Jimmy, the pressure up the top of the bay here, a little more left, but solid. So none of that softening that we often see as we get up near the top mark.
Yeah, it's quite unusual. Like the breeze today is nor'east. We've all got jackets on, obviously, because wet, but it's also very cold, the air, Bucko.
Well, typical nor'east. So the water inshore only 21 off Sydney at the moment. Still hot out on the shelf, but that's 30 miles away. So the water on the beach itself about 21 this morning.
And we're just watching these Tech 2 boys here. They're starting it really well. They're up in the left here.
Yeah. So Tech 2 leads. Royal Oak gave it back by going the wrong way.
Yep, big time. So right now it's Tech 2, Shaw and Partners, James Doran and his lads, and then Mick Elaine, who I picked to put on the podium in third. So, he'll probably go backwards from here now, but he's at least got me in the mixer right now.
The kiss
Still
of
early
death, mate,
days.
you've given it to him.
Well, you already given the kiss of death, Bucko. You said first into Bradley's. That's the game over. Yeah.
They got to
Royal Oak was there.
They've got to know that the next tack they have to keep left.
Yeah.
Well, left.
These guys that have come back now, they are going to get further up this western channel, so they'll come back higher in the left again.
Yeah,
but
there's a bit of compression on each headland, and you just have to go there. Oh, look at that. Smeg must be on the lay line now.
Yep. Let's do a nice tack here, Mika. That was good. They've come out of it all right. We've got a little port starboard here on the camera boat. We're just getting around, so.
Jimmy.
Yep, I know, mate. I've got a yacht coming in one side. I've got a Nacra coming in the other. It's all good.
Drone's off.
So drone's back up. So we're looking at the leaders right here now. So Smeg in the lead, Shaw and Partners in second, and you can't see you can just see to the right of your shot, this Tech 2's just tacked, and they got caught out there before. I don't know if you guys could hear us or not, but it didn't go that well for them out of the left. They probably didn't push in hard enough onto this ley line, and they've made a big loss there over these two that wound up in the east. So Mick Elaine's leading right now, and he's coming into the top mark, looking like he's in a good spot.
Jimmy.
So he's going to be looking for a nice clear bear away here, and just consolidating down this run.
Clean bear away, easier said than done, though, Troy, on occasion, particularly in the water roughness, which is now apparent.
Yep. And they'll be looking up here now, just sort of seeing what pressure they're going to have when they get to the mark.
And what waves.
Yep. And there's a few waves right now. You can see Mick is starting to get the wide stance on.
And the big puff just about to hit him
little
halfway
shakes
through the
on
barrelway.
here. He comes away. He's done nice work.
Very
There goes the Bowman, and here they go into the hoist now. So probably got about a 10-second lead there on the Shaw and Partner boys, who've done another nice bearaway. Smeg's got the chute up and sheeted on, and a couple of little flogs of it.
Not cheated on now.
There we go. So
Shaw and Partners, great set.
Great
Bit
set
of
on the
shit,
Shaw and
yeah,
Partners there.
And Jacko's just coming around there with the guns out in third spot.
That's very smooth from Jacko, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the best barrelway by some margin, actually.
He's a good man, Jacko.
How about that?
Great set.
They got him pretty piped up. So here we go, Herman and Sevy and Lockie in fourth, followed close by Aaron and the boys on the Royal Oak, who it's a good effort from them. I mean, look, they were in the lead. They'll probably be a little bit annoyed that they didn't go well off the at the bottom part of the beat, but they've stuck it back in at the top part. On the drone footage, good work.
Smeg's got a pretty big ley line out to the right there. They might have gone a little bit too far. Shaw and Partners going to have to jibe again.
Shaw and Partners crossed them, Bucko, just before when Shaw and Partners were the first to jibe out, and they crossed in front of Smeg. So be interesting to see. Like, obviously Smeg's out there and a bit more pressure, and like Shaw and Partners going right under Nelson Park there, which is always hit and miss with breeze.
Shaw and Partners will jibe again. Smeg's a little too deep though, so Shaw and Partners got the option here.
And there's the jibe on Shaw and Partners. Got Tech 2 here on screen.
Yeah, and we'll try and get our footage over for the cross here between the Smeg and the Shaw and Partners. Looks like the Shaw and Partners might have a little gain on them. They're going to cross ahead of the Smeg.
So Jack's chosen
Tech 2 to go with the Smeg now, so they've just gone above the Smeg's line. Smeg might be close here. They might actually get back past the Shaw and Partners. So yeah, Smeg's back in the lead. Now, I don't mind their line. I reckon they're okay. I think Shaw and Partners will probably press in a little bit deeper, just so they've got a few more options. But you know, it's not that windy. It's probably only 13 knots in here, Bucko. So we're not seeing the big bullets that are going to push them down onto the island.
Well, it's always a test, you know. Sometimes, Troy, you know, you see it on this track where the wind's not too windy here, and two things happen. It can get very light at the corner or very windy.
Yep. Yeah, and these guys that are just a little bit more to the, closer to the eastern shore, they almost miss a bit of that windier pressure. The further you are closer to the shark eye, you can get a bit more breeze. So it's a bit of a... Mick, it looks like he's got a little bit there now.
No, he's on the money. He's on the money. I think he's pretty comfortable.
So it's going to be a few more jibes down to the bottom. But Mick is doing a nice job just to cover them all off. I'd say he's in a commanding position there just to keep everyone tucked in back behind him.
And the fifth place boats are just rounding Shark Island now, Troy. So, these four have definitely opened up a commanding lead and their own separate battle here.
Yeah, and you can see Sevy over there on the shore. They're on off the wire. He's happy to sail a VMG mode. You know, he's happy not to get it off this shore. And having sailed with him before, I know that Sammy likes to get past this sort of part of Point Piper, and then he's back into it. And
this is a drinks break for him, is it?
Yeah, well, he probably needs a couple of those right now. But
and a little early, a bit thin the ley line.
Yeah, but almost the opposite on the Smeg. So the Smeg will have it tucked away. Hopefully, if they do a good drop here.
Good puff coming though. They'll get there.
Yeah,
these blokes.
So Smeg into the drop now.
So that's a pretty good downwind run from the Tech 2 boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got right back into contention. Shaw and Partners coming in on port. Interesting. No, let's have a drop. Okay, fair enough.
Mecca around nice and tight. So that's good work by Mecca because Jacko's not going to be able to get any air out of the mark. So and Shaw and Partners still getting it down here. Drop, drive, drop.
Making it nice and easy for Timmy Westwood there in the bow. And the winning group right back into this.
Now Lockie's got it all on here to get the shoot down. Hopefully Sevy remembers to let the Halliard off for him. Yep.
Is that in question, Troy? The
Never.
Halliard being
Never in doubt.
uncleated. Hey, what's going
Beautiful.
on? Oh, he's a bit dusty though around the corner, isn't he? up inside the jib, and even even the Tech 2 boys haven't got the jib trimmed in yet. Oh, sorry, not
The
Tech 2.
Shore and Partners,
Shore and Partners, yeah.
It's a red boat, Bucko.
Oh, they're all red. We need some different paint, mate. So, in fifth and a good 40 seconds adrift, Royal Oak, who would be ruining their opportunities missed up the beat when they led the race and gave it back.
Yeah, and they must have, you know, like, I mean, they rounded with the winning group, so they've certainly gone aft in the fleet. But, you know, they're in a pretty comfortable fifth here over the Kitchenmaker, who's coming down in sixth.
Yeah, they've got daylight between them.
Yep.
And they're not in the peloton, which is a very dangerous place.
No. And then a really good run here by the Birkenhead Point boys, who have got back into seventh. So,
yeah, they were deep at the top, yeah?
Yeah, they've made good gains downwind. So Tommy Anderson and his brother-in-law Elliot. So we just got the rounding here happening between the Birkenhead Point and Sean Langman and his boys going around wide in their gas.
Oof. Untidy, but no wind all of a sudden down here. Full lift off almost.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And, you know, the wind gets sucked out a bit by the other boats too. There's a lot of spinnakers coming down in here. It's going to be quite close between some of these. Woody's just had to rag to go behind the appliances online.
Appliances are not having their best day.
And Woody's just coming in hot here, so look for some, I reckon we're going to have a little bit of carnage here. Be nice to see them all get around cleanly, but Woody's going in for it.
Bowman on appliances online pulling in Woody's spinnaker for him almost. That's how close they all are.
It mustn't be that bad because I'm hearing no swearing.
Yet.
So it's good. Everyone's just been gentlemanly about it. And Van Munster's come round and he's got the pick of the bunch. Woody in second. Vintech in third. The Rag's just taken the Buffalo Girls and got the bow down. And unfortunately, there's just no pressure here. So they're heading off at the Harbour Bridge. The Delzotto comes round behind them, and the Finport just trying to look after the boat while Keegan's away. It's all falling Micker's way. He's getting the good run of the green, so
yeah. But the Tech 2 still got some teethy troubles with the self-tacker, I think.
Yeah.
That makes life difficult because these boats, if you don't get the jib back right in the tack, square top, they go back head to wind, you know.
Mika just giving us a wave. He's obviously enjoying himself.
He's supposed to be concentrating, mate.
Yeah, he's just got a bit on here. He's got a big fleet of 29ers. So they've just tacked out of here to keep themselves clear and also cover the fleet, you know, like the fleet's all coming back out to the left here. Really nice work by Mika.
Yeah, they got to protect the left, I think, here, definitely.
Well, you know, he's just protecting the fleet right now. I mean, the only other boat that's in on the shore is Shore and Partners, and, you know, they're probably in fourth, so...
Yeah, well, winning group crossed them, Troy, off Bradley's Head when they tacked out, so obviously found another gear on board the winning group.
Yeah, well, I'd say that'll be maybe where the battle's going to start coming back, is to the battle for second here, and you know, towards the end of this race. So yeah, I mean, obviously Mika's got a long way to go to keep it all together, but right now he's got a 150 metre to 200 metre lead on the fleet. You probably have a good 20 seconds on them at the top mark, and you know, these three here fighting for second will start slowing each other up a little bit more, so probably going to fall Mika's way.
He's got about, I would say, about 90 seconds now. And nothing to worry about.
Wow.
Except the usual things.
Not out on the harbour anyway, so...
Yeah. And look, it's pretty peaceful really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful, this flat water and nice breeze coming down. Just got to keep it all together, keep the masts facing upwards at the sky, and he's not even, you know, Mika, he's quite good. He just keeps looking forward, doesn't look back. He knows he's just got to focus on what he's doing and doing it well. And
well, there's a gap on the screens. It was just on the screens between
here they go. We're just going to watch their tack here. So straight through, not a bad tack.
And that's a way safer, better tack than that we saw on Tech 2, where
Yep.
the main sheet goes off quite a way as the boat comes up into the breeze.
Yep.
And they come out with the mainsail even further off, back to jib just a little bit, and off they go. Oh, and he's close to a lay if he can get a bit of extra current under him.
I reckon they're not far off. They can certainly afford to dip the wing a couple of times and still maintain the lead. So
Yeah.
The commentator's curse strikes
There
very
we go.
quick and firm on this boat, Troy.
Well, let's see how they go on this bearway. They're setting up here to bearway in probably the strongest breeze that we've had on the beat, but it's not that bad. We've only probably got about 14, 15 knots here, so
Yeah, it could be pretty comfy.
yep, here they go. Nice work.
Very
nice
easy.
and safe. In they go. I think Mika will almost be a little bit shocked of how well that beat's gone for them. So,
He might get stage fright, you know.
like the Tech 2 was right on their hammer at the bottom mark, so they've pulled out a great lead. But it's almost like, the Tech 2's possibly gone backwards more than Smeg's going forward.
Tech 2, too bad tax, too bad. And probably, they did a tack and an auto tack back, and that's a pretty bad result. So, and probably 20, 30 seconds there. So,
Yeah.
what did I say, 90 seconds, I thought? So it's coming up to a minute. It's not quite 90 seconds, but it's every bit of.
Yeah.
And Shaw and Partners in front of Winning Group.
Yeah, well, that's been the way. I don't think they actually did get off them, cross them at the bottom there. They've just sort of, they sort of, it was the way we saw it, but they've managed to stay just ahead of them, but the Winning Group was right on their tail. So, if I was a betting man, I'd put Winning Group in third by the time they get to the bottom this time. So we'll see how that goes.
Problem on the hoist on the Tech 2.
Oh.
Now it's all right. Now it's good.
Yep.
A bit of prawnage.
And here we go, these two setting up. A little bit more pressure on James Doran, been followed round, and he's done a nice job. So the Winning boys, nice and clear on both boats. Who's going to have the best bowman here? And
So both the leaders on starboard jibe going down to the more
And we're
pressure
set.
side of the track. Both boats in plenty of wind by the look of that shot.
yeah,
And we're the camera cat, we're back up alongside Winning in third place, but certainly breeze back up to about 16 here.
there's the boys sending it. Sevy's still smiling about something. He's probably pulled away from the boys in blue behind us.
Yep. Jack's done I'd say Troy, Jack's done the Tech 2 done the best on this run. I have taken a little bit out of Smeg.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still a pretty big gap, and they were just in a nicer puff there before to make them look a little bit more famous. But Mika's just got to keep it together, get it tucked away nicely at the bottom, call it a safe ley line, and head back out to Bradley's, and he should be in pretty good space.
Yeah, but Troy, you've watched enough of these to know that there's plenty of action usually in the last two reaches. First of all, thread the needle into shark with a bit of Mr. Lactic coming to your forearms if you're the bowman and the main sheet guy. And then figure out the right answer for the puzzle of Shark Island,
Yeah. Yeah, I normally get to this bottom part, and then I'm like, oh, we've still got half a race to go. So,
But again, a little less pressure down the very bottom of the track here.
They're lifting up quite a lot here, Bucko.
Yep. Well, the breeze is fading as well. So
And that's the beautiful part, like Jacko's got to call a ley line from way out here. Mika could call it in closer, and he's sort of trundling on into that bottom mark now. We're going to see a nice little battle here at the bottom.
Winnings is coming down, so more time in the last 2 minutes in more wind.
And I would say Jacko might be just going to get down there with this puff, maybe not going to get to this bottom mark. So he's probably going to have two jibes or... Yeah, so this will be, it's a little bit of a gain there for the Winning Group.
A jibe and a jibe drop, not too bad.
No, and lucky it's the two rig today too, so it's a bit easier to get down. The boys aren't going for the big drop.
Yeah. But so they actually gained in total in the leg about 20 seconds on
the Smeg or the Tech 2 did?
Tech 2 is still gained on Smeg.
Oh, great.
A little bit. But Jacko would be going, oh dear, I could have gone to Bradley's and, you know, whatever. Anyway, he's comfortably in second, obviously.
Yep. And they're both bowmen still just getting it wrapped away there. Who's going to be quicker? Looks like Lockie might get this one tucked up a bit sooner.
It's going to be close for fourth around the mark.
Yeah, Lockie straight back into it. So,
Royal Oak's going to be fourth, Jimmy.
yep. Whoa.
I think. Wow, bit of pressure on the bowman on the
Shaw and Partners.
Shaw and Partners.
Both of them.
Royal
Oak's just going to squeeze him at the mark here.
No.
Oh.
Dirty air, got him. Doesn't matter. I think the Oak will just go a bit here. No, he needs to put the bow down, not up.
Oh, well. Bit hard to do. He was able to just come off and lamped on him too. So
No, because he's still got the bloke in the boat.
There he goes. We're just watching this problem here right now. I think it is. So the Velcro's come undone on his harness. He's probably almost fallen out. So right now they're down on roding moment, and they're not easy to get those things back together. So you can see him trying to get it all back in. There's more problems though. So he's going for a knife. So don't know what.
Yeah, it is his harness, Jack. No.
Yeah,
Troy,
but
you
he's
can
stabbing
see
it.
Yeah,
He's got this knife out. He's stabbing something. He's got to be careful he doesn't put it into his
not
hip.
himself.
Yeah. Slices. It's quite low down where the harness goes to, so you've got to be very careful of the family jewels. But they're battling here right now, and that's there's some frustration. There's people kicking the rail. It's falling apart for these boys. So we're seeing Shaw, the Royal Oak just playing back into their advantage, but they've still got to get back out of this corner.
They need to attack the Oak right now. Come on,
Tack-wise down. There he goes. So right on cue, Bucko. They must have heard you. They've tacked. I don't think they're going to cross, but at least they'll...
No, they don't need to cross. They just need to be clean here.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
pass.
here we go. So you're just going to see them just slice through the leeward right now of the Shaw and Partners. There they go. And I'd say when we have the next cross, it could be those boys with the Royal Oak Hotel, Four Pines Brewing, will be back ahead of James Doran and his crew.
Right where we are with winning group. Best pressure we've seen. And a little bit, no, not more left actually, no. Back to even. So
just pressure.
The Sydney Harbour funnel is working. And the compression against George's Head is what winning group's travelling in now.
And you can see that weight there, that they're down on weight with, if they had Sammy Newton, they'd probably have the main sheet on a little bit more and be able to handle that. But they're just having to leave it a little bit eased out, but just in that higher pressure stuff. Two. So Mick is round, he's off, he's coming down, and he's done nice work there, nice clear bear away, they're going for the hoist.
So does
And
that mean
that's
we're
up.
going to the races with you, Troy, and
No.
just follow your lead on the bets?
No, I just back my mates, so here we go. So boys attack, they're going to have a quick setup here on the winning group, and bearing away in 3, 2, 1, here they go. So how long was that, Bucko?
Not very. 35 seconds.
Okay, so we've about a half a minute out of it on that beat.
Yeah,
And,
almost exactly half a minute. That's
and
right.
I'd say the gap between Tech 2 and Smegs is probably the same. It's just the winning group have made a good gain.
Gone forward. I mean,
Okay.
it's sort of interesting. Oh,
And look at-
jiving without even setting.
Straight into it. So just wanted to get out of there. It probably hasn't been the best thing, but anyway, they're out of there now, and you know, they've got to try and create opportunities for themselves down here. So they're not scared of doing that. And Smeg's gone and covered them. So smart move there by Mika to not get caught down in that corner of Vaucluse. We're just the great shots of Tech 2. Unbelievable. It's great to be able to bring you this out on the harbour, and we're just slotting down here between all the boats, heading back towards winning group, and they've just jived back, coming back towards Tech 2, but still ahead, still in a safe second spot. Not much of a change here between these front three. Some metres lost, some metres gained, but all averaging out about the same right now.
Yeah, and I think winning group might have been influenced by the approaching ferry a bit too.
Oh, Well, they're the beautiful things of Sydney Harbour we have to think about, so
Yep.
it's all part of it.
Tech 2 looks like they've come back to winning group a little.
Yeah, they probably pulled, 20, 30, 50 metres out of them, but Mick has done nice work down here. He's come out, picked one jibe, and he's heading down towards Shark Island.
Yeah, how many fingers?
Still haven't popped the baton on the winning group here, the top baton. So they might. There we go. It's just gone now.
Oh, he must have the earpiece in, Troy. Everything you've said, he's done.
Yeah. Well, he's going to set up now for a jibe. He doesn't want to go in here too far and get this wrong. So you can see the Smegs just jibe back out to put a little cover down on the winning group. Really smart play by Mika today. He's certainly brought all his dice to the table.
Winning group jibing in a bit of bumpy water.
Yeah.
Did a pretty safe jibe. Held the shooter back a little bit just for an extra layer of safety.
Yeah, well, they're in, a safe second spot here. Tech 2 hasn't really, on average they're in the same sort of position as they were right at the top. And Smegs just jibe, it's going to be, they always, can jibe in a little bit of lighter pressure, and all of a sudden you feel like you've these guys are right on your hammer. And winning group have got a little bit of puff here, and they're just Sevy's off the wise. You're happy to come it in and scoot the edge of Shark Island here.
Yeah, the low road wins here despite everything. Tech 2 back on the other jibe again behind us, so you've got to get down onto this shore in this wind direction with the sort of true 025, 030 nor'easter.
Smeg's got a good lead. You can just see them there, so they're going to probably sail us down quite nicely into towards the finish. And the baton's still not popped on the winning group, so that's something they'll be looking at later on. Have a look. Tech 2's just jibed in now, so
you think Smeg will nearly lay the finish, just one jibe probably, so hard for the winning group to make any inroads. Breeze a fair way forward. Travelling with winning group. Smeg into further away in the light spot. Get through, push through into the pressure off Bradley's head.
Yeah, they really need to pop that top baton on the winning group. That's probably hurting them a lot there. Oh.
Maybe they can't pop it, not enough apparent, Troy.
Well, they got it on they had it last time, but I think it's just, their Sevy's seen it now. Oh, that's really just a little teabag there. He's trying to get that baton over right now, so.
There he goes. Look at this.
But watch here, the Tech 2, they'll probably get into this too, so watch for them to try and capitalise on seeing the winning group sail into that lull.
Yep. Well, they have to go through the lull to get to the pressure that's, down the middle of the harbour more or less.
Yeah, and Smeg just got through that beautifully, and they're off just trucking towards the finish now. So the winning group's back into it. They'll just safely come back into second. Jacko saw that coming. He's just waiting for his little turn now. And we've got the Royal Pine just on the rest of the fleet. We've got the Royal Pine in second. We've got the Shore, in fourth. We've got the Shore and Partners in fifth. And that's all we can sort of see right now. So these guys are pretty evenly spaced, these front five, and they've stayed a bit like that all day. So
these first three boats will be pretty happy with their efforts. I mean, everybody can point to some opportunities they didn't take.
Yeah, and it's good to see a few lead changes today, no one just dominated. It's, Mika sort of coughed it up a couple of times on the first beat and then got back into it on the downwind. So, but all in all, we'll be pretty happy the way they've sailed, and these boys have done a very nice job.
Yeah, no,
so
they have. They've done a
just
great
got
job.
one jibe here and then.
From when they, got themselves in a bit of bother at Bradley's head the first time, they haven't put a foot wrong since then.
And look, the jibe, it's all still going here. The jibe's just got a little bit light for them, and winning group's got a little bit of pressure here, so it could look for one more jibe back from Mika maybe.
There's no wind at the bottom.
He'll be getting nervous, but he's all right.
No, everybody just gets lifted up. The breeze lightened and lifted.
Still going on here. Mika's just, here he goes, coming in now, so a little closer, and we just finally got the drone back, and there he goes, Mika Lane.
How about that, though?
Ricky Bridge, very happy boys, and the winning group right now, there we go.
Winning group close to within less than 15 seconds, and Tech 2 only a further 20 seconds adrift.
Yep. Here they come down now, so you can just see the Tech 2 got one jibe there, and they're heading back towards the shore, so Mick has gone off on a victory lap.
All good. Here we are, Royal Oak 4 Pines, a good fourth, but they would, as we've noted, wish they had their first beat all over again, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they came off the line really well, and they got sort of punched themselves out into the east early, and that didn't pay for them on that first beat. So,
that's right.
But look, they did well, and everyone who's kept it upright today, all 5 of these guys, you're just about to watch James Doran come through across the finish here and in 5th position, and these guys all kept the pressure on each other all day today.
Yeah, no, it was a good yacht race from that standpoint.
Good day for the Team Noakes.
Well, they're both out, I reckon, half an hour before any other boat on the...
I think they were doing a bit of media with Susan Biuki.
Yeah, okay.
Good pressure now again. Have a look at this, guys. The leaders finished in about 8 knots of wind, and the tail enders are coming down with almost double that.
Yeah, and the Caesars, the kitchen maker here, going to come through in 8th position, and just coming in nicely to the finish here. Just going to get below the pin. Luckily for them, because if they had to have a jibe in, the Birkenhead point might have been right in behind them. So Tommy Anderson, Elliot Scarley, and
Tommy Arkins.
Tommy Arkins coming through here in 9th position.
Yeah. So, folks, that was State Championship Heat 4. 1 heat to go. Winning group got it more or less in the bag. That race will be the second week of January, so Christmas break here for everybody. Fair few of the crews in the Sydney Hobart Yacht Race over the Christmas period. For all the viewers everywhere in the world, I hope you can join us again in January. Today, thanks to everybody on the camera, Anthony Rose, Troy Trindle, John O'Witty, Aero Media, Michael Chittenden and James Bury. I'm Andrew Buckland signing off for the Camera Cap for 2019. Thanks for coming.